Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and continue on with our next set of lessons for Algebra 1. So today we're going to be talking about translating written expressions and equations. So how do you translate a written statement to an algebraic expression that you can solve? So here we go. So first things first, just a reminder that the blank notes packet is available on Google Classroom. So you are welcome to print that out as you take these notes. If you do not have access to a printer, it's okay. I'm not going to penalize anybody during this time if they're not able to get the notes packets exactly how I have them, because I know some of you may not have printer access. So if that's the case, just go ahead and take some notes on a separate sheet of paper, and that will be sufficient for now. And then all of the keys to the notes packets are also available on Google Classroom. So there's going to be some stuff in this section that I'm going to have you try on your own, and you can go back and check your work later on Google Classroom. So let's get going. So we're going to start out with translating terms. So thinking about different terms that indicate addition and subtraction to start out. So addition, a common one is sum, increased by, plus, more than, and then total. As far as subtraction, a really common term is difference. Less than, subtracted from, minus, and decreased by. Multiplication and division, times is a common term to indicate multiplication. Product, twice, double, and then of is often a word that indicates multiplication. So they could say, find the product of 4 and 5. Division, divided by, quotient, anything that's asking for like a fractional amount. So 1/2 of would be an example, 1/3 of, 1/4 of. We'll just put one of those down. Separate, and then split. So like if you're splitting a bill, that's a good example. So also some words that indicate parentheses. So times the sum of. That would indicate that you're multiplying something by the sum of another set of numbers. So you'd want to have parentheses around the sum. Or times the difference of. Oops. And then turnaround words are less than, subtracted from. So what we mean by turnaround words is that in a lot of the subtraction problems, you have to flip the order that it's stated in. So for example, if it says 2 less than x, you want x minus 2. Or same thing, 2 subtracted from x, you want x minus 2, not 2 minus x. So that's what we mean by turnaround words. So a couple of examples here. The product of a number and 3, so that's just 3x. The difference of a number and 10, so that's x minus 10. The quotient of a number and negative 5. So that's x divided by negative 5. Or you could just write it as a fraction like this. 4 subtracted from a number, so that's x minus 4. And then we'll go ahead and continue on to the next page. Okay, so I will go ahead and do the evens with you. I'm going to leave the odds for you to try on your own and check your answers on Google Classroom. So the product of a number and 10 increased by 1. So product of a number and 10 is 10x, and then they want to increase that by 1. Twice a number divided by 5. So 2x divided by 5, or 2x over 5. 3 times the difference of a number and 7 is 18. So just so you know, is indicates an equal sign. So 3 times the difference of a number and 7. So if you remember from the previous page, 3 times the difference of a number or 3 times the sum of a number indicates parentheses. So 3 parentheses, and it's the difference of a number and 7. So x minus 7 equals 18. 5 times the sum of a number and 6 is 48. So again, we have parentheses. But 6 equals 48. The product of a number and 3 is the same as the sum of that number and 6. So we would have a number and 3, so that's 3x. And it's the same as, so that means it's equal to. So I'm going to add that over here. Same as. So those two indicate an equal sign. And it's equal to the sum of a number and 6. So that would be x plus 6. 4 less than the product of a number and 7 is 8 more than that number. So we've got an is in there. So 4 less than the product of a number and 7. So remember, less than means that you're going to turn around the order. So instead of 4 minus 7x, we want 7x minus 4. And then that equals 8 more than a number. So that's just x plus 8. And then we also have inequalities. So this should be reviewed, but remember, less than looks like that. Less than or equal to, you've got the bar underneath. Greater than looks like this. So if you remember from elementary school, they would tell you that the alligator eats the larger number, so the larger number goes with the side that looks like an open mouth. Greater than or equal to. So same thing here, I'll go ahead and do evens with you, and then I'll let you go ahead and try out the odds on your own. So first one, a number is less than or equal to 8. So x less than or equal to 8. A number is at most 45. So 45 is the highest the number could be, so we want less than or equal to 45. A number is at least 16. So we know that 16 or greater, so that's greater than or equal to. A number is no more than 26. So that means it has to be less than or equal to 26. And then a minimum number of 5. So x has to be at least 5, but it could be greater. So greater than or equal to 5. All right, so that's it for that lesson for today. So great job today, and we will see you next time.